Tyler Brackman, Management 400, major concepts that affect firms. First one, scarcity. I talked about it in the Chris Mortensen part of the paper. He was really worried about technology and the future of energy and scarcity in general with the fish populations he mentioned specifically. Um, the every culture around the world, mainly the Asian culture, but everyone's over farming fish, and we're running out of fish, and that's a major problem for firms. The price goes up, which they make more profit margins when that happens, but eventually they have to migrate and change how they make their money when they run out of fish or whatever the case may be. You also have government regulations on farming of fish and whatever it may be. Another example of that is oil. Oil is getting more scarce every day. You see companies like Tesla Motors who are spending great amount of resources in case the oil industry declines. And the next major concept is supply and demand. It was if Tesla Motors makes a million cars, spends $1 billion, and then the demand for electric cars goes back down because, let's say, Saudi Arabia cuts the price of oil in half, like they've already done before with Russia and all that. That could really affect Tesla Motors, and that would, as far as a firm in electric car making, they would be ruined by that, I think, because then people wouldn't need an electric car for 40 grand. They could have a cheap car, and gas would be $1 a gallon, and Tesla wouldn't do very well. You also have the substitutes, the new entrants with the past those five forces, and the threat of substitutes. That basically goes along with supply and demand. Technology will usually be the right answer as the future grows. So Tesla Motors is probably a good idea. We'll find out, I guess. Cheaper prices with technology. Right now, oil is still cheap, though, so that's a problem. And if scarcity, demand, and the technological substitutes all happen at once, the market would shift dramatically toward technology. If they all came together at once, I think if demand fell and scarcity rose, I think you would have to change in some way, and then Tesla Motors would be a good idea. But there are many major forces at play and massive firms that there's a lot of money in other technologies, and they're really, it goes back to the past, those five forces, everything does. And the new entrants in this major energy, that's big energy, and they don't like new entrants in big energy. And so Tesla's really trying something new here. There must be a reason, must be a major reason for this. But if they all came together at once, I think technology would be the best bet because people need change when things aren't working, and I think we'd all go to electricity from there.